Good afternoon and welcome to your class in ATC 111. And for this session, we're going to talk about animal breeding. So last time we discussed about plant breeding, and so this time, um, since we cannot meet because of the research forum, I'll just leave you this recorded video for you to watch later during your free time. So when we speak of animal breeding, it's the process of selective mating of animals with desirable genetic traits to maintain or enhance these traits in future generation. So breed is a specific group of domestic animals having homogeneous appearance, or what we call phenotype, and homogeneous behavior or other characteristics that distinguish it from other organisms of the same species. So like native breeds compared to landrace in the case of swine. So there are ways or systems of mating, the way animal populations are being structured in relation to reproductive or sexual behavior. And we have the so-called pen mating. A cohort of females is brought into the male's pen and he services them all while they are in the pen. So this is the least labor-intensive mating system because the animals are just left to mate at will. So they are put in a pen together with for one bull there's there's many, or as you can see, four sows. So hand mating is done in which the female is detected to be estrus or in heat and is then handled while she is mated, or it's let into a paddock or pen with a male where she is the only female. So just like in the photo show, it's hand mating where you really assist both of them to do the mating. So we call monogamy if there's one male and one female which have an exclusive mating relationship serially for a lifetime. So just like in human beings, we are said to be monogamous, while there's exemption to some polygamous. So in animals, there are also cases like monogamy. We also have promiscuity, or any male mates with any female in a population or social group, which is very common in animals and also happens in humans. And we call polygamy, or on which one or more males have a relationship with one or more females. But in this case, there's only few relationship, unlike the promiscuity. So there's also what we call polygamy, wherein one male has a relationship with two or more females. So polygamy or polygamy is somewhat the same, but one or more female. But this polygamy is two or more females, so it's more. So a polygamy is just limited to two, but polygamy is more than two. We also have polyandry, wherein one female has a relationship with two or more males. So meron din silang the opposite for female who will have a relationship other than the male having a relationship with female, but polyandry is a female who have a relationship with two or more males. And polygynandry or polygynandry, where two or more males have relationship with two or more females, or it's almost promiscuity, parang kahit sino. And there are also systems of breeding. We have pure breeding if the mating of males and females are livestock animals of the same breed or type. So pure breeding siya pag within the same breeds, like within the Friesian, and Friesian. So there's are also types of pure breeding. We have the outbreeding, the mating of animals of the same breed, but which have no closer relationship than at least 4 to 6 generation. And for second is inbreeding, wherein mating of closely related animals. For example, the sire to daughter, son to dam, and brother to sister. So that's inbreeding. Well, outbreeding is it's not within the family. And we have the so-called line breeding, a system of breeding in which the degree of relationship is less intense than in inbreeding. So it is usually directed towards keeping the offspring related to some highly prized ancestor. So it's somewhat a kind of inbreeding, but it's within the line. And we have the crossbreeding, of course. We're in the mating of males and females, livestock animals of different breed composition or type, such as you are going to mate a bull of breed A and a cow of breed B. So you will have the first filial crossbred generation, where having 50% of its breed A and 50% of its breed B. So this is the F1 progeny. In crossbreeding, it has also two distinct advantages. So we have the so-called heterosis, wherein the superiority of the crossbreed offspring, mathematically, it is a difference in performance between the crossbred and the average performance of its purebred parents. So it's the superiority, no? Whatever's superior characteristics should be get on into its from the parents into the offspring. So we also have breed complementarity. All breeds have strengths and weaknesses. So no breed excels in all relevant traits. Thus, production can be optimized when mating system place breeds in rows that maximize their strength and their weakness. So we have polypage sheep to Suffolk sheep. So when you have a crossbreed or a crossbreeding offspring which has result of crossbreeding, then you also gonna have both strength and weakness, no? That's complementary. So there are also types of crossbreeding. The terminal crossing, or the crossbred offspring are sold, and replacement of females must be purchased or produced into the group by mating the proportion of the group to the males of the same breed. And the rotational crossing involves the alternating the use of males 2 or 3 or more breeds, where females are mated to males of the breed which are at least related. So that's why rotational siya. Unlike for terminal crossing, the females are or must be replaced. In the roto-terminal crossing naman, it involves both terminal crossing and rotational crossing. So combination of the two is the roto-terminal crossing. So the fourth one is grading up, wherein it denotes the repeated crossing of females and their females progeny to males of a single breed. So if you just try to realize, you just keep on mating females and then the females progeny to the males in a particular single breed. And we also have single crossing. A first generation breeds between two selected and usually inbred lines. So every first generation breeding between two selected na inbred lines. And lastly, we have backcrossing, or the breeding of animals with one of its parents or individually genetically similar to its parent in order to achieve offspring with an identity which is closer to that of parent. So yung anak niya ay ko-cross or i-mate niya again sa parent and so on, so that yung purity ng characteristic will be preserved, no? Which is very opposite to grading up, wherein you cross repeatedly the females, no? So sa mga anak, no, in each single, which is very different breed. So that's all for this topic, and I will see you again on the next video, which is also about animal breeding.